Okay, so here are the four big stories for today. The first is keep an eye on Avdiivka. I'm not a military guy. I can't really explain everything that's going on, but from what I'm seeing, it's getting very bad in Avdiivka. And it's possible that the Ukrainians could lose it. Now, the Ukrainians are reinforcing with one of their better brigades. The 3rd Assault Brigade is in reserve, and they're just being put to the front to relieve the 110th. But I can't really explain all the ins and outs like someone like Combat Vet React or Mikado or Johnny Pierce or someone like that. The ISW is confirming that there is some significant movement on the Russian side, but it's not confirmed that everything that's happening there that's claimed to be has happened, but it's not looking good, and they don't have the weapons to be able to fight back at the same rate. Turning our attention to the United States, the Senate actually passed a $95.3 billion aid package early in the day today, and then the Speaker of the House said, we're not doing anything to it or with this bill unless you do something about the border. And then the Majority Leader of the Senate, Schumer, rejects Speaker Johnson's call to add border reform to the bill. We've already done that before. He rejects this idea. So what's going to happen? I don't know. They're going to continue to negotiate back and forth. Now, this morning I talked about Senator Tommy Tuberville, who talked about how Vladimir Putin is genuinely interested in a peace agreement. Well, he took that from the Tucker-Putin interview, and that's unfortunate. So Senator Ron Johnson said that Vladimir Putin made some accurate, obvious points in his interview with Tucker Carlson. He's certainly not talking about the atrocities, but an awful lot of what Vladimir Putin said was right. Putin will not lose. He's not going to lose. That's the sentiment. But that's only people that were already kind of in Tucker Carlson's camp or his orbit before. I don't think it really moved the needle, but it gave them reasons to say some pretty stupid things. Okay, last story. Russia puts the Estonian Prime Minister Kallas on a wanted list. Well, why? Because in Estonia, the Prime Minister decided that they were going to take down some monuments to Soviet soldiers. So Maria Zakharova said that the Estonian President, the Estonian State Secretary, the Lithuanian Culture Minister were accused of destroying monuments to Soviet soldiers. This is only the start, Zakharova wrote on her Telegram channel. Crimes against the memory of the world's liberators from Nazism and fascism must be prosecuted. How is it a crime to remove a statue in your own country? There's no law on the books in Estonia calling that a crime. Is it a crime in Russia to do something outside Russia? Because that seems to be the way that the Russians are thinking about this. Moreover, if you think about it, the real crime was that the Soviet Union occupied Estonia, and they don't want to have any part of this anymore. That's why they're taking down the statues of Soviet soldiers, because they didn't want to be under the Soviet thumb to begin with, and they don't want that memory. So that's where we are today. It's Tuesday, February 13th. Thank you for your time, the likes, the shares, and the subscribes, and thank you for being the kind of person that cares about Ukraine.